Hi, everybody. I'm Monica Stitt-Bergh. Thanks for having me here. It's nice to be here. So we did an information literacy assessment project using our first year writing program. And we did it, the first round was in 2009. And the results were so bad that instead of moving on to the next outcome, which was the original plan, we stopped and redid it 3 semesters later in 2010. The good news is we were successful. We have evidence of learning improvement. And it was through a concerted effort in those 3 semesters by the instructional librarians and the faculty teaching in the first year writing program. So our big accomplishment happened at the bottom level. In 2009, we had 21% of the students falling in the not prepared category. And then 3 semesters later, it went down to 10%. We lost a little at the top, but the overall net effect was positive. So this made people happier. In terms of collecting and evaluating the student evidence, we did things that those of you in assessment are incredibly familiar with. We used existing pieces of work. We had a rubric. We trained the scores, 2 independent scores. One thing we did do that perhaps isn't done as systematically as, not part of the plan usually, is to collect the score reflections in a more formal way. We did not collect student IDs, analyze assignment guidelines, or analyze any pedagogy that was happening. The primary reason for that was in 2009. So I started in assessment in 2008. 2009, we still lacked faculty trust. So a lot of apprehension for how student learning outcomes results were going to be used on campus. So by guaranteeing anonymity, we were able to move forward with at least the minimum needed for this project. Interpreting the results was very difficult in 2009 because of that. We didn't have a lot of information. We didn't really know why these results happened. So it was kind of like this fuzzy, abstract cityscape that you see here. To form a more clearer picture, what I'm going to do next, and what I have been doing now that I have more trust, is to add evidence related to the learning environment and student characteristics. Because when you add that information, then you become much more aware of what's going on, and you can figure out how to do interventions that are likely to result in learning improvement. We did do some things, though, between 2009 and 2010 that likely contribute to the learning improvement that we saw. The first thing that happened was we had a really action-oriented department meeting, which involved the departments of English and Second Language Studies. Those are the 2 primary departments that offer the first year writing course. And we shared the results. We shared the score reflections. And that led naturally into an assignment design discussion. The second thing we did was we increased the partnership between the instructional librarians and the faculty teaching the course. So you can see here, prior to 2009, we had about 68% attending a library information literacy workshop. After 2009, the instructional librarians became much more involved. We're at least at 81%, with 57% of the students taking multiple information literacy workshops that are embedded and integrated into their first year writing course. The department chair increased communication both during the semester and prior to the semester, reminding people, about 30 to 40 faculty teach these courses every semester. We have about 20,000 students at our university. 1,800 take this course every year. So by having the department chair frequently remind people that information literacy was important and to have them schedule library workshops was really important. It's a key it was key. Communication is key. This is the department chair, Mark Heberly, at the time. He also did a poster for us at our assessment poster workshop. And so this is another really good avenue that we use to get the word out about collaborative assessment processes, and that assessment is for learning improvement. So that's what we did. And it led me to ask the question, who learned? So when I say we have evidence of learning improvement, who learned, right? Because learning is a shared responsibility. It's a co-construction of knowledge. But the way we're used to thinking, or the way most people are used to thinking about results, is individual student results. And that's not really what happens with program level results. Program level results tell you as much about what faculty learned, about what staff and administrators learned, as they do about what students can and cannot do. So this is it's become a real challenge for me about how do I report results to the different levels, to administration, to the faculty, in a way that conveys this shared understanding of learning. How do we get it all in the picture? How do we help people understand that the program level learning results are environment plus student? It's hard. Maybe you guys got the answer. I'll be happy. So to conclude, when we only had the student results, it was so hard to act. It was so hard to use those results. We didn't know enough. And Julie and I were talking earlier about equity. You know, if you want to act equitably, you really need to disaggregate. So as I move forward now that I've built this trust, I can add in student characteristics, learning environment, and assessment processes like those score reflections. They're just so helpful. Mahalo. Thank you. Oh, questions. You probably have maybe one question.
Well, first of all, this was really awesome, so thank you for sharing your example. I'm wondering if there's partnership between the English faculty members and the instructional librarians beyond that initial first-year level course, or anyone on campus to help foster information literacy beyond throughout their time at the university.
Funny you should mention that, because a year and a half ago, we looked at information literacy at the senior level and realized we need more of those partnerships throughout. So we're looking, we have a writing intensive requirement. Our students take 5 writing intensive classes. So we're looking to make a policy change that will require writing intensive courses to integrate information literacy more explicitly. And the librarians are going to be the ones who help them do that. So yes, we are moving toward that. So students have repeated exposure to information literacy throughout their 4 to 6 years on our campus. This is all undergraduate, of course. So yeah, we are working on that.
Any other questions for Monica?
All
Well,
right,
thank you so much,
mahalo.
Monica.
Thank you.